Well, during the safer at home order, people will stay home and practice social distancing, but oftentimes that can cause a rise in domestic violence situations. At the beginning of the stay at home order, Crisis Services of North Alabama saw a 25% increase in domestic related calls. Thankfully, the amount of calls has gone down since then, but they say they do see spikes occasionally. And that could be because victims of abuse can't find a place to safely call for help.
If you can't contact authorities because of the close proximity of your abuser, then ask a friend to do it the best you can, or just leave and get out and contact authorities that way.
And for more resources and help, you can reach out to Crisis Services 24-hour helpline at 256 716 1000.